Israel's new ambassador to the UN, urging the West to ramp up pressure on Iran now before it develops stronger nuclear capabilities. Rich Goldberg is a former White House National Security Council advisor, and he joins us now. Rich, first, your thoughts on this situation, and how would you characterize where this conflict is at this moment?
Well, Iran is trying to stay in the driver's seat, and unfortunately, we're letting them. They want to stay in between hyper-escalation and de-escalation. They like the idea of Israel being squeezed and the United States being spread thin in the Middle East. Look at this. We have 2 carrier strike groups now deployed in the Middle East. The Indo-Pacific is vulnerable. Meanwhile, Hamas says no to a ceasefire. Hezbollah continues to rain down rockets and drones on Israel, tried to have a massive strike that Israel was able to preempt, but the strikes continue. In Yemen, the Houthis continue to fire on the Red Sea. We have an oil tanker on fire with 2 carrier strike groups present, and of course, the nuclear clock. That continues to tick in Iran.
How the West should proceed here to prevent this from getting bigger?
There's 2 key points I think everybody needs to understand. Number 1, look around the Middle East right now. This is what Iran can do without a nuclear weapon. Can you imagine if this leading state sponsor of terrorism had nuclear weapons today? And what that doesn't just mean in the Middle East, but what it means for our force posture towards China and towards Russia as well. Number 2, understand the 3 components Iran works towards a nuclear weapon. The enrichment piece, that's the fissile material. They've mastered it. They have enough enriched uranium for a dozen bombs or more. They have the centrifuges to keep building. That capability is not going away unless they fully and verifiably dismantle it all. The missiles, the delivery systems, they have the largest missile force in the Middle East. They are capable of delivering a nuclear weapon, and of course they could build a crude device if they want just to go boom in the desert. The third piece is the most alarming. That's actual weaponization. Our intelligence community for years has said that was the piece that was missing. They no longer say that in the last month or so. They now say Iran is working on computer modeling towards a nuclear weapon. I'm afraid we are sleeping right now through a national emergency, the likes we have not seen since the days before World War II. We are on pace to be outmatched by China in the Indo-Pacific. They can build 200 times the capacity of ships compared to the U.S. Navy. We are not going to be able to win a multi-front war in the next few years. We have got to increase our defense budget and expand the defense industrial base.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند